Hi guys, welcome back to another ScoutWorks video. Today we're going to be looking at one of the newer features that's linked to the parent portal, but this time it's not for the parents. This is going to be the Youth Portal, or as it's called, My Scouting, which will let the Scouts and Explorers log on to their own simplified version of the parent portal. So to set it up, you go into your children bit within the parent side, and you'll see it down in the bottom right if you're looking at it from a computer, and it's one that doesn't require any email address, phone number, nothing. It's a simple username and password. So you can customize it however you want. For ease for this demonstration, I'm just going to do the demo person's name, which is test1, and as most usernames you can't have spaces, so I'm just doing a full stop. And then you can either have a custom password or a cycled one that has 3 different words. So I'm going to do that, and for my ease I'm going to copy it. So once it's set up, you've got that. So now I'm going to be moving over to the other side. And copy the password over as well. So once you're in, this is roughly what your Scout and or Explorer will see. Along the top you'll have My Scouting, which will show this page here, My Badges, which will show all the badge stuff, a Have Your Say, which we'll get into in a bit, and then My Events. So starting on the My Scouting homepage, it'll straight away say hi to your young person and what section it is. So in this case it's a young leader. So you'll have the main thing the person is working on. So young leader would be the young leader belt buckle, and you can see everything that's been done. And like on the parent portal, they will also have the ability to upload evidence of stuff they've done themselves. So for the Young Leader Award, for instance, what you can do is use the e-learning from Hampshire Scouts and upload those certificates and put a little comment on it, and then that will go through to the leaders. So in this case you will need to upload something, so I'm just going to upload a random thing. Done. Now, currently it doesn't want to work for me. It'll show your journey. So when you join the movement, so in this case it was only 2 months ago for test, and then a recognition thing. So this one had the Scouts Choice Award, like I touched up on in the previous video where we looked at the parent portal and then the Explorer's leadership activity badge from the pre-2026 slot. Then underneath it'll show your recognition, so all the ones that you have earned as a scout and or explorer. Moving on to my badges, you can see the total amount of badges that you've got. So this one's earned 9 and it's got 1 left that's working on. You can switch between your section, so for young leaders it's the explorer badges, but then you can also view all the badges that are open. So like on the My Scouting homepage, you've got the one that you are currently working on or closest to finishing, which is the young leader one for in this case. And then moving down, you've got a table that shows how many you've earned, how many are on the go, and then how many's being checked. So if you submitted badges with evidence for approval, that will show up there. Then you've got any that you're working on, so this one's only got the young leader belt buckle, and then the ones that this one's earned is the Explorer's leadership badge, the joining ins. I'm not sure why it's got all 6, but that's something for me to take a look into. Then the young leader badges. Then underneath you can view all the ones that are open to explorers to look at. So for the camper, you've got their requirements, and it's not just the standard activity badges, you've got the stage badges, some of the other like special top awards, so Earth Tribe, the Chief Scout ones, Explorer Belt, the DOVs, and due to the new launch of the Explorer program, you can also view and start working on the new badges. So you've got your challenge badges, the new activity badges, which I will say look amazing. I think I might get myself a set just for collection. I'm a big collector of badges, for those who don't know me personally. Moving on, we've got the have your say bit. So say you're within a scout group that doesn't really hold many troop forums, or your explorers do them but you're a bit shy, then this is a bit for you to have your say if you don't feel like being the person to speak up in front of different people. Or maybe you thought of something in the middle of the holidays that you think might be a good thing for when you come back afterwards. So you can input something brief in here. So their example was going kayaking at the local lake, and then put it into more details. Why would it be a good idea? So for explorers, say we're going kayaking at a lake, it could be doing some relay races, for instance. How you would work that, that's up for the leaders to decide, but you could say it'd tick off these badges, it'd go towards a teamwork badge, so on and so forth. And then any ideas that your leaders think are good, they'll put it to a vote to the entire troop/unit, and it'll show up here. And it'll be a simple yes, no type thing. Then you've got my events. So anything that is planned for your section will show up here. So you can see what's going on, any kit that you need to bring, and who's in charge. For some reason, it doesn't want to show up any of the events for my young leader, but there are some for him. Maybe down to some of the settings on the other side. Probably my error for not publishing the event. But once again, that's for me to take a little dive into. But that wraps up the My Scouting portal. And if you have forgotten your username or password, you can ask your parents or guardians to reset it, and it's as simple as that. And for those who like keeping streaks, you can even keep a streak with My Scouting. May not be as fun as Snapchat or Duolingo, but for those who enjoy scouting, it's something to keep up. You never know, if the streaks are shared with your leaders, there might be some form of prize for the highest one at the end of the term. Who knows? But that's it from me for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below.